Hoot hoot everybody! Hoot hoot! I'm Vilhelm Vanderbos, the Noble Owl, and welcome to a new art challenge. Nice to see so many people here, so many Paloomies. Hello, hello. Title got you very curious? I'm glad. I'm looking forward to revealing the new art challenge. Sorry it took a while. I thought the latte spill from the other, from before just kind of took something else out, but no, it's working okay. Second restart did it. I don't know what's up with things, but anyway. Hello everybody. Let's see. I see Starlena. I see Mariah. Hoot hoot. Silas and Zaya. Hello, hello. Miri. Hello. Jennifer. Hoot hoot. Rhea. Hello. Nyajime. Hello, hello. Lapis. Hoot hoot. And Joy. Hoot hoot. Welcome. I bet you're all curious what the art challenge is, yeah? Well, I'll reveal at the end of the stream. I'm kidding. We're gonna do it right now. How's everyone doing, by the way? I'll ask after, actually. Yes. Well, hello, Jess. Welcome. Okay. Let's just get it revealed, yeah? So, for everyone that's been hanging on the lock, welcome. The new art challenge is apparently not here. Dang, okay. Do I have it here? I have it here, okay. Never mind, found it. Okay. The new art challenge is OwlCrossover. Hashtag OwlCrossover. And what does that mean? What does that mean? It means we have a crossover episode happening. Basically, it is inspired by everything that's been going on lately in the community, on stream, on this channel, and everything. Be it Tomodachi Life. Tomodachi Life. So, basically, the rules of the challenge is to have, like, basically think what characters would you have on your Tomodachi Life Island, right? Even if you have the game or don't have the game. So I would like you to draw 2 or more characters from different fandoms each, hanging out, doing stuff that they would do. Either like everyday life stuff or just hanging out, having a bite to eat, or bowling, you know, stuff like that. Anything really, what they would be doing if they were in, like, you know, your island or on a vacation together or hanging out together. Yeah, basically I would like you to take 2 characters from different fandoms and make them hang out together. 2 or more, yeah. So some challenge guidelines for this. First of all, we have here, aside from the usual art, the challenge rules, I'll let you guys know what that is. That's right, Zaya. That is exactly it. So some challenge guidelines. OC universes are okay if you wanna cross over with some of your OC characters and stuff like that. Sure, I would really like you if you kind of give a little explanation of what the characters you pick are and stuff like that, but it's alright. You can make your OCs hang out together. One thing of note is that fan characters interacting with characters from the same fandom, let's say you have, like, I don't know, an Undertale character hanging out with Undertale, like Undertale fan character hanging out with Undertale characters does not count as a crossover. If you have a if that same character exists in like an OC universe of yours, first and foremost, then I would like it to be that character hanging out with the Undertale character, for instance. If you get me? Do I understand? Do you get me? Or does that make sense? Because if you already have an inserted character in that universe, it's not a crossover. So many possibilities, exactly, and that's kind of what we've been seeing on Tomodachi Life lately, right? It's just a lot of different characters hanging out that you normally wouldn't see hanging out. Even like, you know, the characters that would clash suddenly end up, yeah. Z, can it be your OC? How they'd be like in another universe? Well, that is kind of it, right? If you wanna grab your OC and put it in another universe, then that's completely fine too, yeah. I just wanna differentiate your OC from a fan character of that universe. They technically be a new OC. What would? Sorry. Well, or would that count as one? Let's see. What C is saying, can it also be your OC meeting how they'd be like? Oh, so like OC and OC, they technically will be two different characters, yeah. There would technically be a new OC. Also, I would like you guys to only do fictional people, no real people, with the exception of your own persona and me, if you would like to include me in your arts as a friend. No forced romantic situations or anything like that, please. As a friend is fine. So yeah, your own persona, your own self-representation is fine. But also by saying only fictional people, I am including other VTubers as well. They are not fictional people because they're real people behind them, so to say. So that rule is there. And of course, on top of that, we have the normal, the usual art challenge rules. They're still standing. So art challenge rules: only submit your own art. Digital or traditional art of all skill levels are welcome. So you can submit traditional art, picture of it. We've had those entries. That rule has always been there. Please do not submit anyone else's entry for them. If you would like someone to enter, then send the art challenge their way and have them submit it themselves. Do not trace existing art. Actually, I'm going to ask in between. Is that understood? First rule, all good. Just want to make sure that it's that we all good. All right. Second rule: do not trace existing art, be it other people's screenshot, generated images, or official artwork. Referencing is fine, but make it your own. No tracing. We good? Hoot if you understand. If not, then feel free to ask questions. Any questions? So far. Nice. No screenshots of character creator apps. You can use them for inspiration and reference if you would like to. But the final artwork must be drawn by your own hands. So no screenshots of character creators or posers and stuff like that. Now, I've gotten some additional questions about this, as if, can I use both this one and the one previous? Can I use 3D models to pose my characters? Yes, that is allowed. That is more a tool than actually you tracing an existing character. You can hoot whenever you understand the rules, and if anyone has any new any questions, just drop them in chat. I'll make sure to read that too. Only submit recent artworks created specifically for the challenge. Please do not enter old art that happens to fit within the theme. That goes a little extra again for this challenge, because I'm pretty sure people have done crossover stuff with characters meeting characters before. I'll please create a new entry specifically for the challenge, even if you happen to have old art that fits. Hoot hoot. And also, because of the time limits of when it comes to the art features, a maximum of 3 entries per person can be featured. So you can only will be featured. So you can submit as many as you want, but if you submit 4, I'll pick my favorite 3 and leave it at that. Also, depending on if we have a lot of entries, if you do a bunch of entries, it might end up compromising, like compressing. You'll have less time on your entries as well. That said, by that I mean you can enter more entries, but make your entry count if you got that one, because of time restraints, time limits. Another rule is no blood, gore, grotesque imagery, or suggestive outfits. So no overly suggestive outfits, please. Keep it safe for work and PG-13. If you don't, it might not be featured. Or if you don't, it will not be featured, I suppose. What do I mean by tracing existing art? Well, grabbing a picture, like taking a screenshot of me, and then just putting it in your art program, making a new layer, and tracing my lines, and then submitting it, look, I drew Vil. That is tracing. Especially for something like this, where you have different characters. You want to grab Link from Legend of Zelda and trace him just to put him in your drawing. Copying is not tracing. You're essentially already answering that question. Just heavily referencing it. And of course, last but not least, absolutely no AI generated images allowed. We've had some entries before, and I have said, like, the rule has been there from the get-go on the channel. I do not appreciate it. I don't care much for it. So if you submit one, not only will you not be entered, but you may end up banned from the channel. So there you go. That is it. No, I mean, like, referencing a character, a pose is completely fine. That is referencing. Ultimately, any kind of tracing and stuff like that tends to show itself by it being kind of inconsistent with whatever you have. When the styles don't align, like, that's one of the first rules, is please make it your own. Can I do it in different style, like realism? Sure, you can. Welcome names. And as such, I will start my entry in just a moment. I clicked away the logo, but I may as well have it up there, I guess. I'll also make sure to put the information in the video description, so I can easier just reference people that are coming in a bit late. Oh yeah, also the deadline for the entries, the last day to submit is going to be June 5th. You have a month with the feature streams on that weekend that follows. Let's see. I'll cross over. Draw 2 or more characters hanging out from different fandoms. Hanging out to I'll just leave it at that for now, and we can sort out the details a bit later. Okay, I'll leave it. There we go. We have the stuff. Click. All right. Speaking of Tomodachi, in theory, we could use the style like the Miis. If you want to draw Miis, sure. This is not a Tomodachi Life challenge. It is me letting you draw your characters in your own style. But yeah, sure, technically, if you want to draw them as Tomodachi Life characters, then yeah. This is based off of Tomodachi Life and the fun little antics that all the characters are up to there. But yeah. Sure, you can do that, but yeah, I tend to prefer seeing everyone's own unique styles, personally. Can't wait to see who I will draw together. Yeah, I've had a lot of options that are fun. Like, I've had a lot of options to pick from. The only thing that kind of was keeping me from making a decision, making it difficult, is that I tend to like a lot of niche stuff. And it's always fun to share something with characters, or at least one of the two characters being a character people know. Such a fun idea to make it inspired by Tomodachi Life. Thank you, thank you. I thought it was really fun. I was like, what is happening right now that would make up for a fun challenge? Oh, actually, what would be really fun is character A and character B gets to hang out, and that's technically what's happening right now. First I thought like, dang, Tomodachi Life came out and took the idea, but I'm kind of like, wait a minute, there's no taking the idea. We can do it ourselves. We can do it our own way, our own styles, our own characters, everything. But yeah, you're free to pick. Like, if you want to do chibis, you want to do your own realistic and everything. It's like do however you would like. Plenty of freedom in this in these rules, I think. There's also the option, if you would like to make it a bit more difficult for yourself, you could also do it if you want to do it extra challenging, but that's not going to be something I'm going to feature specifically. But it did give me the idea of doing something like fish out of water. You know, like a character gets introduced to something they've never seen because it's a different world, something like that. But yeah, you don't have to make it that difficult for yourself. It's fine that they're hanging out together, doing something stuff. They can be bowling, they can be going shopping, having a bite to eat, just talking about stuff. No worries. So many ideas, yeah. Have fun with it. I shall hop over to start my own drawing. I have a bit of an idea of what I would like to do. It's going to be tricky. Might actually end up being really challenging, but that's also in the name of it all, isn't it? Let's go. Da-da-dum, da-da-dum. Let's see. There's the scrolly scroll. Of course it didn't save the scroll. You're having to reset stuff. It doesn't save stuff. Oop. and our challenge, right? It's June 5th. Hello, Ciel. Welcome, welcome. Boop. All right. Okay, so who am I gonna draw? Who am I gonna draw? Who am I gonna draw? I have an idea what to draw. None of these characters are on my Tomodachi Life Island. But I have a little idea of something I would like to draw. I was thinking of a character I would like to draw. I haven't drawn in a while. So I am gonna draw Forta from Rune Factory, hanging out with Link from Legend of Zelda. Probably Breath of the Wild. So it's the blue shirt Link. So they're probably gonna be sword fighting and stuff. So we're talking very we're talking kind of dynamic poses and everything. So this is gonna be something. Flumi, are you with me?
Hoot Hoot New Art Challenge.
There you go. Nice, Sue, nice, Sue. Starlena, I don't know if I said hello. Evie, I said hello. Hoot Hoot. Flumi is with us, and let's have a look. See at the song then. Okay, I need to get the old noggin working, so let's put on the good old usual one. This one is a good indicator. I haven't drawn Fortune in a while. I think it's been a while since I drew a femme representing character. Meshu, welcome, welcome. Are you joining the art challenge? So this is going to be a tricky one because you're going to need a bit of perspective, a little perspective. I'm not sure how to go about it, if I'm really honest. So we'll see. First of all, we have I'm thinking a character here. It's probably going to be like different orientation, but this is a pretty big picture, so I figured it's okay if I draw him like here. So I want the focus to be on Forte. I'm thinking, can't help but think like Pokemon battle. When you see like one character from the back, the other one from the front. So I think I'm gonna have a character like probably Link stand here in some kind of fighting pose. I'll probably need a new layer for this to sort this out. I might actually end up using that silhouette technique in order to kind of draw this out, because it might take a bit long to just kind of sketch them out, right? Tricky to do really cool dynamic fighting poses though. I'll see if I can. Link is left-handed too. Important detail. Want to, but afraid I made up, unable to. Oh, I see you deleted it. Never mind. No worries. Nice to have you here, though, Meshu. He's probably going to be a little bit more on the... I'm not sure how I can do this. Probably also can give him a stick to fight with, like literally fighting stick. Lefties represent. Yeah. Until what was it? The Nintendo Wii, right? I think I might just tip this over. Let's see, where's that setting? Do you want to cut the entire layer? I do actually. I'm gonna flip this. Boop. And bring him here instead. Dun, da, da, dun. Okay. This is a pretty static pose. I'm gonna probably have to change it in order to make it look all nice and dynamic later. But this is kind of the idea for Link's kind of general pose. Looking to the back at Forte. For Forte though, let's see if I have any good references for Forte. I need the pose reference first and foremost. I really like a nice wide stance. Even though it doesn't make a lot of sense, I really like a nice wide sword stance. I don't think Forte used a shield, but I think I'm going to give him a shield. I'm also thinking of giving them the toy swords from Tomodachi Life. If you have seen them, I don't know. You can give a character's toy swords and they might end up sword fighting each other. Okay, it does? Okay, thank you. Look if there's a... I have songs that are too different in volume, honestly. Unable to finish submissions on time, just like many challenges before. That's alright. Also, you can always enter something that is... It doesn't have to be full bodies or anything either, you know? I'm doing this tricky for myself because I'm just kind of excited to draw. Can you still hear the song though? Usually when I look at the VODs, I can barely hear the song. Which is nice though, thank you for wanting to hear my voice first and foremost, but I kind of like to have a background song in the VOD. I'm gonna zoom in on Link later. I want to make a cool Forte here. What does Forte look like again? Let's see. It's almost like it's a girl knight. There you go, gotcha. Okay, got her. Forte. This one. It's gonna be a little tricky to do, not gonna lie. Okay, so Forte and Link, first and foremost, I can figure out the background. The background can be a bit simple too, but I gotta figure out Forte. Da, 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 da. I think I can actually use her visor to make her look a little bit more kind of angry in combat, which is gonna look really funny when you have a foam like little funny like a Nerf sword as well, but she would take everything serious anyway. Okay, that's good. Head up. And her ponytail. And swing in a cool way, that's fine. All right, now the pose. Oh, it's gonna be tricky. Hand out, and then maybe holding the sword here. Higher, probably, yeah. Should probably hold a shield as well, but we'll see. And then we have her armor. And then just even more armor. But the wide stance is what I want to get to. She has like flaps of like battle skirt and armor and everything underneath too. So the it's gonna be I might already have been bitten off something that I really can't too much to chew, how you say that. A bit ambitious. Ha! Artsy taxi though. It's trained me for these moments. Look how silly this looks. It's gonna look cooler, I promise. Da -da 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 -da. Yeah, it's gonna be really fun. Okay, let's start getting some details in so we can see what we're looking at. We kind of need to get to the part where something with the picture looks cool so people can see. Yeah, sorry, I don't mean to make light of this. I agree as well. At some point I would have loved to draw something like this in a short time, so I don't need to chew. No, that's right. That's very true. Okay. Doodling is good. Again, it's not a competition or anything like that. You can also submit something light-hearted, something smaller. Doesn't have to be full body characters. How do I even start and improve? Yes, you just do. There are very kind of direct ways to improve your art in a short amount of time, but for me personally, those methods tend to take a lot of the fun away from drawing. Because you are deliberately working on improving. It will give you results very fast, but it will definitely feel like studying. It'll definitely feel like training, because it's a lot of repetitions of drawing the same thing over and over. Basically, it consists of grabbing a picture of a character you want to draw. First of all, like, it's good to have a character you kind of want to draw instead of trying to improve just out of your own accord. So let's say your goal is to draw someone from Genshin Impact or something, yeah? So you grab a picture of that character and you try your best to copy it, to duplicate it, replicate it. Kind of copy it, kind of see if you... And then you kind of compare. You need to compare and start analyzing. Once you've drawn the character, you need to start analyzing what kind of is off, what you did right, what you did wrong, and then make notes of that. Maybe even essentially fix your drawing, quote unquote, to make it look like the character that you were trying to draw, or the style that you were trying to emulate or something. And then you do it again, rinse and repeat. No looking at the actual, like, or just using the character as a reference. Do it again. See if you get any closer. Make notes of what you missed this time. And rinse and repeat. This is something that doesn't feel like a chore if it's a character you really like, when you're kind of drawing it out of love for the character. But if you are without looking at it, well, not necessarily. You kind of end up having to look at it to begin with. But as you go, you might remove it as well. That's kind of making it a bit harder to just draw it out of your own memory, but that's not necessary. Having it as a reference is fine. Having it next to you is fine. Because otherwise, how will you know all the details and stuff? The best way to improve a thing? Yeah, definitely. That's like Joey's saying, this is the way I'm saying is to deliberately get good at drawing a specific character, which will automatically also teach you how to draw certain poses. You'll be really good at drawing that pose and be able to draw other characters in that pose, for instance. But in order to, I also agree with what Joey is saying, is that best way to kind of make improvements not seem like studies is to draw a picture that includes whatever it is you want to improve on in the picture. Want to get better at hands? Well, maybe plan a picture that, you know, has a lot of gestures. Like, oh, someone is like, oh, why did you steal this? I didn't steal this, hands up, you know? I agree, Joy. Sometimes, however, when you include something you're not very good at in a drawing or plan it, it might also create a block because it's difficult, because since you don't really know it or really might not have an idea of how to get about it. The way I mentioned was just the like a fastest direct way of improving towards a specific goal. It's not something I've done much of because I find the whole like lack of variation a bit dull. Takes away like the fun of drawing. But let's say if you have to specifically dedicate your time to it, then that would be a way. I've known people that have improved doing that. There's no one right way to do it to kind of improve, really, because we're very individual. Like we're individuals in what we find fun or like how we learn as well. Some people will learn from looking at other people doing it. Some others will learn by doing it themselves. Other people will learn by writing stuff. What you're saying, Joy, speaks volumes of your dedication to it, to the craft. Because if you actively have to use it, you will instantly improve. But I want to pitch in and say that this is also how drawing can go unfinished, depending on who you ask. I rather this method that you're saying as well. I've learned how to draw hands by just having hands incorporated in a lot of drawings that I've done. But if the motivation is already a bit lacking behind it all, if you feel that inspiration, I know that inspiration you're talking about. Like I really love doing it that way. But I remember also kind of trying to recommend that to some friends that were less motivated, and they just ended up never finishing anything because they wanted to see results super fast, and as soon as there was a struggle, they just gave up. No, like none of us that can draw well ever just really had an easy time. It wasn't just like, oh, we're gradually improving without doing anything that's difficult or stepping out of our comfort zones. It's just kind of going, oh my gosh, it's just going naturally. It's just like we're just kind of bit by bit, we're getting better. No, we just deliberately, at least for me, I can just speak for myself, but I deliberately picked things that I wanted to draw because of my general love for it, or wanting to become better at certain things or express something. Did I want did I want the character that was very shy in a show to look what they would look like if they got really confident and unlocked their inner abilities? Yeah, I'm gonna have to draw that. What would that look like? What kind of pose would it do? And that's kind of how I was improved on, you know, kind of what kind of like starting to look into things like what kind of pose shows how do you say that, what is a power pose? How do like what does something that radiates confidence look like? I love drawing, but I hate doing studies, so I only study something when I need it for a drawing I'm working on and excited for. Yeah, exactly. It's still admirable that you do the studies as well, because I would try to just kind of stubborn it, hardball it, just kind of like, oh, I need this to look good, and just keep drawing it until like I managed to get it to look alright. Again, there's no right or wrong way to improve on art. But it's important to keep in mind that whatever works for you might not always work for everyone else, because we draw for different reasons. Here we go. Yeah, no, for real. And I can see I'm very much kind of doing it like that too. I learn more by figuring things out myself. And I've learned from certain mistakes that have cost me, well, monetary value of terms of kind of ruining things without thinking ahead. But so now I'm a little bit more cautious. But that's definitely how, like, I do my research, but I also kind of jump into the deep end at times with my own project. Yeah, and this is kind of why I tend to advocate for there not being any absolute truths. You know, I don't like dealing with absolute truths. Whenever I try to teach anything, I try to be very certain that I say that it's my opinion, that I think so, and this works for me. I used to believe in that, you know, this works for me, it's going to work for everyone. Of course, of course it'll work, but I'm just speaking from experience of trying to teach and get other people to get interested in drawing and stuff like that. That it doesn't always work. But that is how I've learned to do a lot of the things I do. It's also a lot more fun to do something yourself than just go and buy a finished thing. If possible. There we go. Okay. I got the phase down. I got the phase down that I kind of wanted. So let's indicate some things. I will say though, it's really like drawing becomes very frustrating when you kind of are in a hurry. Oh, I meant it for be like at least 2 characters, so you can do 3 if you want in the same picture, hanging out together, yeah. Or more if you'd like to. I'm just limiting myself to 2 because I'm honestly not sure if I'm even going to be able to do 2. Might have to do a simpler style for this. Hello, Dragon Death. Welcome. I haven't full noted. you could probably, Lapis. Well, I would have my my next puzzle drawing all set. A bunch of characters, everyone's doing different stuff. Challenge accepted. Oh my goodness. Hi Bruja, welcome. Currently, I decided to do an unfun thing and try redrawing one of the 2 characters until they decide to draw right now. Well, you can sit up, you can think about it a bit and set yourself up for success by actually drawing characters that you would like to, that you would want to, rather than pick something that you feel like unfun. Like art, just like a lot of other skills, come in so many different steps. We were talking about this before as well, how the tutorials online generally almost simplify a lot of things. So they might teach you or talk about the methods of how they do things, but don't really teach you the how or why to do certain things. My pen has lag. I mean, maybe it's a pretty big picture. You guys want to know how big this canvas is? 7,400 by 4,300. And it's not Clip Studio 5 anymore, it's just 4 again, so... With a textured brush? Oh my gosh. 350 DPI? You betcha. Why, Vil? Why? Because I want to zoom in this much without seeing a single pixel. But isn't your mirror gonna explode? That's why I have... How much do I have? How much do I have? I've actually forgotten how much I have. Bleh. This mirror is enhanced magically with 32 gigabytes of RAM. But yes, it might still make the... especially when I'm streaming, it might actually make the cursor lag a little bit. Kind of natural when you're pushing this much. That's why he's putting it all on one layer. It started that way. It started that way. When I only have, what, 4 gigabytes of RAM? On that good old laptop of mine, then yeah. Better believe I was doing things in one layer. Now I can do big print-sized pictures. Well, we mostly got Porta's torso done. How should it look like from the side? Where's your sprite? Where's your sword? Ah, the sprite actually shows it. Nice. It's almost like a Mega Man Zero style, now that I look at it. I think Mega Man Zero was one of my first art books. An old game on the GBA. Someone gifted me Mega Man Zero. Really like the designs of that. Does a Sona interacting with a character count? Does it have to be a character interacting with a character? Well, a Sona, I would, I think it says so in the guidelines. You are, I want the characters to be fictional, mainly, but with the exception of your own Sona and me, if you would like to include me as a friend in whatever you draw, that is fine too. I think I might need to emphasize on the rule that when I say I want it to be fictional characters, that it shouldn't, more so like what it shouldn't be rather than what it should be. I just have a feeling. So both are okay? Yeah. Yeah, like self-inserts. If you have a Sona, if you have a fan character of that fandom, that doesn't count as a crossover because you've already inserted that character into that world. Does that make sense? Like if you have your own persona from something else, or just as you draw them, and then you want to put them in a video game that you've never drawn them as if they would be in that video game, then you know, I want people from different worlds to meet. Yeah, that's fine. That's what the challenge is about. That is fine, Freya. Yeah, that's a good one, Joy. Your persona could meet me, but heck, your Undertale OC Sona or Undertale fan Sona can meet me. Nah, it's not hard to say, but yeah, I think you get what I mean though. It's like you say, your Plume Sona already exists in my world, so to say. So. Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Remy. That's a good one. No problem. Have fun. Okay, I think that's it for her torso. Mostly, mainly, kinda, supposedly, hopefully, possibly, surprisingly. Now for this kind of complicated pose. How does this work? Porta, how does this work? Maybe I don't need to draw this part either if I'm gonna give her a shield, a big shield. I still don't know if I want to give her a big shield. I feel like her handout could be cool too, but that would be really tricky in foreshortening. So for now, you are without a hand. There you go. Hand goes here. Arm goes here. That looks almost looks morbid. Let's not. Let's just leave it there for now. I'm just thinking what would a shield No, it's fine. Maybe a buckler. We might have a buckler. Buckler suits are pretty good, actually. Bucklers are awesome. They're lightweight. You can use them to deflect a lot. They just don't they don't give you a lot in terms of protection, but they give you a lot in terms of counter and countering and parrying. Oh yeah, it's way less heavier, for sure it is. Super mobile. You combine a buckler with some martial arts or something like that in a good way to deflect and use. Because you're not supposed to take the full hit like you would with a shield, you're supposed to deflect it. That's why they're kind of rounded. Might even have a little spike to it. Just to kind of either use a thrusting motion or something, I don't know. I'll put it on her arm. I know that's not how they work, but I kind of just want to have the pose, rule of cool and all that. Yeah, it's to change the trajectory of the weapon so that you can put yourself outside of it and maybe throw the opponent off balance, right? I'll put it at her front here. Because then it also covers the arm so that you don't have to go like, where is the arm coming from? Where is all this stuff like that, you know? I can draw her really cool leather glove and stuff too. You like the art challenge? Do you like the art challenge? Let me know how much you like the art challenge by liking the stream. Then maybe other people will also like the art challenge. There you go, foreshortening, ayo. Buckler doesn't really... He's not doing it properly, but ayo. I'll fix it later. Okay, now I need to do the rest of her. Where's the rest of her armor? How do we add motion? Making cloth flap. Is that it goes around her? It goes around her. This skirt of hers, it goes around the back. So it can technically flap like this. But it's also being held down by belts. That's no fun. I think I'm gonna cheat a bit. I'm gonna put part of the belt underneath the flap so I can make it more dynamic. And between her thighs there's like a plate. I think there's also like some shield there. I can't really see the full design of because you generally just their skirt is supposed to stay down. Something like this. I just wanted to draw her in a cool fighting pose. Now I get to.
Phil, don't forget to save.
Good point, Plumie. Thank you very much. We save. I don't know if this is gonna look good. I will see. I gotta just get the general shape of her done. We can judge that later. I feel like maybe the shield and everything should be raised a little bit. Her hand is a little bit too low. Something like more like this, really hiding her arm. It needs to look a little bit more oval than it does round, I think. Wait, you can do multiple? Oh. Oh, this is for warping. Okay, I see. Interesting. What was that I saw before about the... Was it the... Me and someone else talking magic? Oh, she does have a cape though, that would be nice. That's gonna be nice. Maybe I'll give up on this this approach after all. Let me just undo this. We'll see. First let me get her legs where they need to be, and maybe I can figure out the skirt after. I don't even know what she wears. You don't see much underneath. Key free. Ah. Yeah. I'm gonna catch up on that episode today, I think, after stream. Oh, she actually doesn't have the good old knight's boots, so she actually has keep him around, and maybe you can at some point. At some point I got I realized where my limitations were. So I would share an idea with someone that I would talk to, like, oh man, I have this idea with this character I really like. I would really like them to do this thing. And then I would get like, so why don't you? Because I'm not good enough yet. So I'm saving this idea for when I'm good enough. It's like, don't you just do it anyway? Because I can see the potential, and I feel like I can stay in my own kind of level for now, still draw cool things instead of feeling frustrated over not being able to draw a specific thing, and then I'll come back to it later when I'm better. And I did, and it turned out really good. Would it turn out better today? Probably. I've improved since. Damentals? What is that? You can always draw again later, New Year redraw. That is very true. Hashtag New Year redraw. Fundamentals. Ah, fun before the fundamentals. Yeah. It's usually the other way around though. Or fundamentals before style, I guess. Yeah, exactly. I think whoever said that is probably also agrees with what we've been saying here, that it's kind of more fun to learn if you bake it into something you think is fun to do. But you also have people that would just rather do the studies and get really good, but studies. I just think it's important to recognize that there are different ways to learn, and one method might not suit the other. Man, it's gonna look so cool with her cape flowing behind and everything. Thank you all so much for being along, coming along my art improvement journey as well. I've improved a lot over the past couple of years doing this. More so the past year and something with the art challenges and. Alright, Meshu, thank you. Drop on by for the art challenge, or I don't know if you're in the Discord. But if anyone isn't on the Discord, here's the link if you would like to be. It's always your own.
We have a Plumie community Discord. Use the invite link that got posted in chat to join.
There you go. We have it's very welcome to post your own art as well. We got something working on. Just be mindful of the channel, the server rules for anything you want to post. It's usually in there. Thank you for being such an inspiration. Wouldn't have seen myself with a pen a few months ago. That's so cool. Thank you, Freya. I'm curious, so mainly so that I know what to do more of. What about how did I inspire you to draw? I'm not necessarily fishing for compliments or anything like that. I'm genuinely curious. Do you feel like I made it look accessible, that you're able to, or made it look like or did you used to draw and then seeing me draw made you kind of want to draw as well again? Genuinely curious, because that way I can also keep that in mind and maybe other people will be inspired too. I don't even follow the rules before I break them. I just draw and still do, probably as it started. Yeah, no, I get you. Drawing as you go is also a really important thing to do. Just generally draw. Sometimes I feel that I had better ideas, or at least that's probably what I tell myself. It might not be true, but my ideas flowed a lot better before I knew about the different, kind of fundamentals and art rules and composition and stuff like that. Because now I try to take all that into account whenever I do something. But when I didn't know, it was just kind of about, I just want to draw this, I want to draw a knight on a dragon. I'm not saying that when I was completely a kid, but most of when I was just still trying to do stuff. Now it makes it easier to kind of best be able to show what I want to show. So if I wanted to draw something or someone flying through the sky, maybe I would use a little bit of composition to really make it seem like you're flying alongside it. The challenges, the tips, was most importantly the encouraging words. Every end of the art challenge, seeing how people get praised for trying for details they did good. Nice. Also witnessing the process of you drawing for the challenge yourself, and the magic from Artsy Taxi. Oh, look at this, Bloomies. Harrier says she delivers cookies, but I'm sure she's taking an art challenge away from this. Everyone watch the art challenge. Don't be distracted by the cookies. Hi Harrier. Hi, Stitcher. Oh no, don't look at the cookie. Look at the art challenge. Have not watched much drawing yet, but I hang around for the vibes and the little tidbits of drawing knowledge. But cookie. Armor. Oh yeah, you see armor. That's very true. I'm starting to question myself why I'm drawing a natural mineral right now. Like an actual, like a geode? I think those are really pretty. Because they're beautiful? I would think. Would assume. Shigaoka. Am I wrong? Now completed Vilself brownies. Only one wants to go with the cookies. Brownies to go with cookies? Oh my gosh. That's like double the sweets. You can see the schedule in the I don't watch much drawing yet, but I hang around for the vibes and the little tidbits of drawing knowledge. That's awesome, Stitcher, though. Thank you. I can see the schedule in the lives. Yeah, usually, I don't know if I have updated it. Surely I'll have to have a look. Usually I have a pinned live that's gonna happen what, next year or something like that, where that is supposed to be, it's called free chat or like the current schedule. That one I tend to update on YouTube too, so you can see what's coming up that week, if in case any of the waiting rooms are not up. Oh, thank you, Lapis. I'm almost a little nervous to ask, like, how is it going for you? Tavern's done and 2 characters are in. I'm just working on the 4th and the 5th right now. What happened to the 3rd? Oh, they're already on their way in. Ah. Or like they're at the bar placing their order. They're gonna sit down with everyone else soon. Dang. Let's put her feet down. Oh, you can ask Harrier. This is a crossover challenge. It is in the video description as well. Basically, draw 2 or more characters interacting with each other. 2 or more characters from different fandoms or universes. May technically already have happened in your case for Owl Dress Up. But yeah, since you did it then, you already know the gist of this one. Inspired by everything that is Tomodachi life and all the shenanigans that happen when you throw in different characters from different universes and give them each other's lingos to talk about things with. Well, I sketched out the tavern already. I knew it! You think I'm just joking? I'm not exaggerating. This part is going to be so tricky because the her little like spikes on her skirt need to kind of bend up here a little bit because of her knee. Just a bit, and then they go back to being kind of spikies. So that's going to be tricky. Oh well. Not a challenge without it being challenging. But this, what do I do about this? Forta. Also, your foot's too big. You're not stepping forward, you're stepping back. Needs to be shaded. Did the lighting the wrong way. Dang. Dang. Outfit swap was fun. I got an idea for number next already. Yeah, there you go. I bet you do. Looking forward to it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing all your entries. Okay, this is pretty good. This is pretty good. This is pretty good. The angle is it's a little wonky anatomy wise, but I like it. It gives that little dynamic feel that I want. Oh, wow. Golden hour, nice. I really like golden hour as well. I don't have them anymore, but I used to have some kind of, I guess, protective glasses, but kind of sunglasses that were tinted kind of orange. And it was like being in golden hour, like for longer than an hour. Golden hour is basically when the sun sets, right? So you might not get the light necessarily, but the sky will look very orange. It's essentially when the sun is setting. It makes the clouds look a little pink. Everything gets a little bit of a yellowy tone. Doesn't last for that long. I'll change my sound traco. Where's that good one? Ah, there you go. How is this supposed to be lit anyway? The light is kind of inconsistent in my drawing right now, but I'll probably figure it out somehow, maybe sometime. This makes me think of that the little it's not necessarily a cheat, but the fact that whenever I learned about kind of rim lights, you know, the kind of edge lighting on a character, I would overdo it quite a lot until I realized what that rim light is supposed to be and how it happens on things. Like if it's blue because of maybe outdoors or general direct like reflections to the sky. I just remember seeing some artists that would kind of put that on everything because yeah, it looks really cool, but that's also one of those things that that makes things not look proper. Cool, okay, what does the other leg do? What does the other leg do? What the other leg doing? Probably same. Very compromised poses. It looks really cool, but if anyone was doing this, if you were like, they would be kind of be off balance a little bit. Though I suppose that if I do put her sword here, it's going to be like she is getting ready to lunge. Let's put some folds here that might look cool and neat. And yeah. Art! Hello Tony, how you doing? Auto. I'm studying. Alright. How's it going? Doing alright? I've revealed a new art challenge today. It's fun to see people excited about the new art challenges. Nice, happy to hear. Okay, how do I put lighting on this leg? I really want her to have those like knight boots, but she doesn't. She just does not. Wait a minute, isn't Fortis outfit available on Matsuri? Matsuri has it. I could look at her. Okay, so I stopped my sentence, but in Rune Factory Gardens of Azuma, you can there's a DLC with the characters' outfits from previous Rune Factory game, Rune Factory 4, and Matsuri being one of the swordswomen of Gardens of Azuma, she has Fortis outfit. I personally don't think it suits her much. It suits her in theme, but not necessarily in colors or anything like that. But regardless, I could put it on her and then see it in 3D. I know Rune Factory 5 also had character outfits, but I don't think I have them. Oh, really? It didn't ping? What? Oh, that's stupid. That's a shame. I had that before as well. I'm not sure what's going on. Is it checking me? Is that why? Is it checking me if I'm streaming? Is that what happens? Yeah, because I had to ping it last time. Oh, that's so strange. Alright, I'll have to look into it. The Discord didn't ping, huh? That's not good. Sometimes the bots that take care of that, they get used so much that they kind of want you to subscribe to something in order to do it. So I'll have a look at it. But for now, let me grab the stream link. Put that in there. That's not good. Thank you for letting me know. Oh, I hear myself. Thank you for letting me know. Oh, there you go. The hair kind of confuses me, not gonna lie. It's like this thing is bigger than the head itself. That completely depends on the art style you're looking at. And when you look closely at stuff like that, you might see some design choices that this doesn't make sense. Sometimes, in order to make characters look cute, you can you end up seeing styles like this. Where am I? I want to see what you guys see as well. Okay. You end up with style that usually, you know, sometimes you learn the whole like circle and then draw like the jawline, right? And then some people say like you have the eyes here, nose and mouth kind of a deal. But I've seen some designs that essentially do this. And then the hair starts. So you have like from up here already, you get like the fringe, and then you have the hair on top of that. They end up looking pretty cute because the eyes are pretty big. You know? This looks very cursed, so I don't take this as the main example. But basically, you end up with face being the lower half of the actual face. Then there's a lot of forehead, and then the hairlines start really high up. You can get away with that style-wise, but when you're trying to, if you're trying to make sense of your reference, it's just not gonna. Especially if you're trying to use like anatomical rules and stuff like that too. It's the same way you try to divide my stature in terms of how long legs should be as reference to arms. I have legs for days. Mama had a certain style, and also I am an owl, so I have legs for days. But that's one of the things that might be like, how does this actually work? I remember being very confused drawing Vocaloid, trying to count heads to make, you know, kind of realistic proportions. I kind of ran out of leg to draw some of the details. That's because they had like 1.5 times the length of a leg. She reminds me of that character from Room Factory 4. That's awesome, Peach Kaiju, because it is the character from Room Factory 4. It is Forta. I'm doing it for my art challenge. My art challenge is a character crossover from different games, right? It's inspired by Tomodachi Life and all the antics people are doing in that game. So I'm gonna have Forta like be fighting or sword fighting or training against Link from Legend of Zelda. That's alright, Remy. Sometimes the styles do not match fully. You just gonna use, that's why you want to use references and then try to translate that to however you would rather draw them, you know? Where's your other leg for that? Oh no! I copied it, I removed it, and now it's gone. Oh no! Okay, Forta. I'm just gonna use your one leg to make you another one, alright? Oh! Let's just use some proportion tricks. Already lost a limb. Oh my gosh, it's terrible. She's still armed though, but she's she lost a leg. It cost her a leg. Can I get away with this angle? I don't know if I can get away with this angle. So tricky. That's a bit too sharp. I think this one might look the best, but I'm not sure. Maybe need to bring it in a bit. No, I think that was better before. No. It's probably. She's losing a limb already. Yeah, it's super intense. She's not even fighting anything yet. Me when I can't draw the other eye. Yeah, it's fair, honestly. The only thing is that you might want to still paint over that eye to make it make sense, because otherwise if you draw an eye that looks, you know, like that, and then you kind of, you know, do a copy to pasty, you end up with that. Is that one more in front or more in back? It's kind of same level. I kind of want to flatten them a little bit so they're a little bit more on the ground. I think I would like her to be a little bit more tiptoed on this one. So this one is not really making a lot of sense, but I kind of like the position of the foot and I kind of want to connect that. So this is not what I'm going to keep. I'm just using the position of the foot to get the rest of the drawing done. Because like while the hands are a little bit more you know, like if you have your character in shoulder, you can kind of find the position of the hand, and then your arm and your elbow, like your upper arm and lower arm with the elbow joint, they can kind of pivot in a way to still, like if you have your hand here towards the camera, right? Then your elbow could be like this, or it could be like that. So like this part kind of works like a, I don't know, a microphone arm in a way, like a camera arm. They can pivot and adjust. Legs can kind of do that, but they're a little bit more limited. What program is this? It is Clip Studio Paint 4. I do own 5 too. I highly recommend 5. For the rules of the challenge on what to not do, I would add celebrities and idols. Well, that is still real people. So that's kind of what I'm thinking, is that I need to specifically say that only fictional, but I would need to probably specify the nots on top of the do's. Because yeah, no real people. With the exception of, you know, your Sona representing you, if you would like, your character. And me, if you would like to add me as a friend in your drawing. Yeah, fictional animated characters. Or, I mean, it can be from video games, it can be from comics, and they aren't animated, but fictional characters. Personajes de ficción. That position that I did this on actually did a lot for this pose. That's nice. Okay, time to fix this skirt a little bit. Alright, we're getting there. I'm gonna have to figure out this this leg a little bit as I go. Movie characters that are from non-animated characters are okay. As long as your character does not represent a real person. If an actor played that character in a real movie, then yeah, but then you're adding the character, you're not adding the character. You're not adding the actor, you know? No characters that represent real people. Except for, okay, I guess that's a better way to say it. No characters that represent real people, be it the actual people. Yeah, so like Jack Sparrow is not Johnny Depp. Exactly. You get it. I think that's a better way to say it. No characters that represent real people. Which is why I'm adding myself as an exception if you would like to add me. Because streamers, VTubers, they represent real people. So none of those. You can add me as a friend if you would like. And yourself as a Sona. Your persona. That is completely fine too. But that's why the exception is kind of specified. I was tempted to make a joke out of that, Mary, but this is it's serious business with the rules. We need to make it clear. I was gonna be like, he's not, but yeah. Or something like, you know, so you can't add Santa Claus, but Bill, Santa is not real. He's not. So like you can draw Bucky but not Sebastian Stan. Yeah. Yeah. You know, it'd be a little, I would find a little bit out there if you would draw like a very realistic Winter Soldier Bucky, depicting the actor per se, you know, instead of actually stylizing it. So please stylize it. I know essentially he is the image of the character, but at this point I would say like, well, reference the comic book version instead, you know? You're gonna draw Donald Glover. That's not funny. I get what you're doing, but I just don't want any confusion. End up having a lot of questions in between streams and people writing it on the posts and stuff what the challenge is about, so I kind of really needed them to be clear. Well, in that case, Dragon, I would say try referencing comic book Bucky rather than actor Bucky. Well, I don't think the actor was gonna find this art challenge and find anything that's like, well, it's kind of weird, but that's just kind of what I'm trying to put there so that we don't include other real people in doing stuff without their consent. So we just do make it a rule, even if you could message and get consent and stuff like that. It's just no, let's just not include any. Because I have no good way of checking, nor do I want to add the extra task of checking through all your permissions. And that's why no characters representing real people. Yeah, imagine it and draw it. If you can picture it, you can draw it. This foot is so awkward. Why did I choose this pose? Whose idea was this anyway? It was you, Bill. Ah, dang it. Dang it, Bill. We gotta work on our communication. Definitely you, Bill. Dang it! Dang it, Jess! Who asked you? You did, Bill. Dang it, Bill! I'm kidding, I'm kidding. I will figure this out. Or cover it with Link's sword or something. Oh, this looks so weird. Ah, okay. Let me look away for a mo. Think of how to do it proper. Probably extending it like so. Tall grass. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Just no. I'll figure it out. This is kind of part of. This is what we're talking about. Like an opportunity to figure this out. This is an opportunity to figure this out. You can't get away with hiding stuff here and there in order to make it work. That's when you have a hard time drawing hands and stuff. You just put them behind the character or hide them away. But this is my opportunity to figure this pose out. And it definitely needs to be smaller, that's for sure. It's gonna be a fun thing to fix when I come back to this. I'll see all the little things that need fixing. I think I should just raise her knee as well a little bit. Make it be more like this. I will figure it out. There's a will, there's a way. There's a way. But there is a will, there is a way. Did those feel too small? A lot of things feel too small. My confidence in drawing it feels too small right now. I'll get that. I'll get it. Thank you. Ah, okay. Now we need almost there. Now we just need to get the belts in there. Have this part of the skirt that she has. Gonna cover a bit of it and float back. I think it's kind of hovering on its own. Two different characters from VA. What's a VA? Oh, okay. I see. So that the same voice actor does both characters. Yeah, okay, that's fun. That'll work. There you go, belts are in. Belts are accounted for. Yeah, no problem. I just wanted to make sure. I was like, I usually use I read it as a voice actor, but I didn't really understand the connection, but I do now. Thank you. There we go. That's a good action pose. Get some shadows in there to show that the thing is fluttering above the skirt. Get some shadows in there to show a little bit of the folds of the skirt. Maybe put some shadows on that leg to not have to deal with it. Cool. Not bad. And now for this part, how would you hold a sword? How would you hold a sword? Very far behind you, so it would be kind of tricky to see, but I think I'll just have to do her shoulder first. Action shots look difficult. They are pretty tricky, but they're very rewarding. I just really like the, like we've said before, the act of kind of improving on an ability when I'm working on a picture. I could just have them be all like, hand on shoulder, this weapon is great. That's completely fine too, but I'm just like, I've always wanted to learn how to do this, to draw a cool pose like this. To this day, I have not been able to. Last time I tried was a while back. It was very difficult. It looked kind of strange. So now is my opportunity to give that a shot. With the added pressure that the plumies are looking, the plumies are watching. I need to do this. So I just put myself on the spot. And thing is like, oh, you can pick the pose, Vil, for any kind of commissions and stuff like that. Just like, well, dramatic lower angle it is then. Because I really like them. They look really good, but they're tricky to do. Yeah, you're looking, you're watching. Ah, perceiving. I'm being perceived. What does the toy sword look like from Tomodachi Life? Toy sword Tomodachi Life. There you go. It's literally a friggin' Nerf sword. Strange means you almost got it. That's a good condensed piece of wisdom right there. And I agree. If it means it's strange, you mean you're kind of nearby. You know, if it doesn't look anything like it, you're a bit far from it. But strange or kind of uncanny, then you're kind of in the general area of it. You know. You're watching me. Ah, hi Laurie, welcome. Fine. Just look at me then. Watch me botch this. You're watching the owl she. Ah, I'm being perceived. The owl she watches back. Dun, 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 dun. Whoom, this looks like a lightsaber. Hold on to your tail feathers, this is gonna be a fun one. Piruta, effecto, noise. There's nothing in the area. Why? Now there is. Give me noise. Effecto, noise. Gray, please. Strength. Bunch of noise, please. Bunch of noise. Something like this, maybe. Yeah, boom. Overlay. Foam. Observe. Hello, Miyu. Welcome, welcome. Miyuchi. I guess I need to lower the lower this brightness too. How are you doing? Port is a Jedi. Port is Jedi. My mouse is I was able to restore it after the whole latte incident, but my macros have been reset. I usually have the enter key on one of the mouse buttons. Should probably just look like that. Just have the plating of her glove holding the sword. You wouldn't see much more else. You kind of don't need a lot more on that, honestly. I guess the sword kind of looks a bit big for the hand because they're not supposed to be that big, so you could probably make it a bit smaller. Ah, I missed my enter key. There you go. Kind of looks more fun when it's bigger, isn't it? Kid binding gets shot for the mouse. I'm not sure. I had to take it apart completely. Maybe the short circuit or something, because I thought it would be a fun idea to wash the mouse with a latte. I spilled the latte over the mouse. But I think the chip might have reset in it because it was plugged in at the time. So I'll have to see if I can get the macros back. It's an old mouse. It's an old mouse that's super comfy. I'm just happy I could fix it, but I'm just used to using the macro keys a lot. Milky Mouse. No! Milky Mouse. High five? High five, huh? Full five. A full five, that's pretty good actually. It is a full five, you're right. I look sleepy. Oh yeah, when I look down on my drawing book, on my coloring book. I'm an owl, as owls are. They're nocturnal usually, but I do my best to be a day owl. I guess it still leaves a mark. Prayer hands as in like high fives meeting clutch, or is it a prayer for a Taskaru? Guess I can see it being both. Half eye slap, exactly. Yeah, I figured. Okay, we kind of got the pose. I don't know if the cape on in the back helps. I don't think it does actually. I feel like it's cooler if the cape is just on one side. Personally. Her ponytail needs to be there. Still some anatomy stuff to figure out, but I really like the base pose as it is. Can work with this, can definitely work with this. I will probably wanna do that the legs are kind of more like this rather than being like this. This would work better if I move this foot in front. I don't know if I can do it easily with just a quick edit, but maybe it's possible. Ah, another limb. Okay, there you go. Nah, the pose looks so off center now. I'll have to stick to this and make it work. The angle of... I'm still not sure about the angle of this one, but we'll continue this later. The notoriously tricky pose. It looks so cool though. It looks so cool. It has no right looking this cool. I've always wanted to draw it. I tried sketching it so many times and kept failing. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Just need more. We need more cool stuff happening around it, like the skirt picking up a little bit more, you know? Something like that. Something. I definitely need the ponytail. That's gonna add a little bit to motion, so I need to figure this out a little bit. I'm not sure what to do with this. What do I do with a ponytail? Oh my gosh, that's so tricky. What do I do with her ponytail? Kinda depends on where her head is. Foot placement too, will I need to fix it? You're just talking about it, that's really tricky, so yeah, I'll try. Because the leg near the sword is almost completely stretched, right? Well, no, they're both kind of... She's kind of crouched. That's the idea. Like, like so. Actually, they're coming from lower, but... It's the fact that she's kind of crouched and kind of lunging forward. So it's going to be a lot about shading and sizing, because they don't necessarily need to be very... Also, the position of the hand also would help the kind of foreshortening for everything too. If I do want to have the other leg to be closer, I need to foreshorten it too. And I think that something that would help with this is that if I grab the sword and just kind of not give it this kind of round thing, probably make it more sideways. If I just kind of grab the sword and just kind of decide that it's not moving towards us and just make it like it's a sideways thing, that would probably help a lot too. But that's for me to figure out next time. What's going on here? This one's not needed there. That messes with the silhouette. That's probably better. May I make a minor suggestion for the back leg to try? Sure. I'll make a note. Need to wrap up stream. This is definitely one of those things that I come back to and it'll make sense. Pop in and feedback channel? Sure, thank you. You're asking which feedback channel? We're on the Plumie Discord.
We have a Plumie community Discord.
We do?
Use the invite link that got posted in chat to join.
You should. Alright. There's a lot to fix on this, but I'm pretty happy with what I've got already. It's definitely gonna look really cool. I'm happy about this. The closest I've gotten to getting this pose done right, so it's gonna be a personal victory with this challenge as well. Yeah, she's doing this, and then the idea is that Link, of course, is going to be closer, probably going to shrink her down a little bit from the background. Maybe also tilt her a bit so that it's all like a dynamic little, it's going to be like a dynamic angle or something, like the camera is a bit tilted. I don't know. We have a lot of fun things to work with here. I want to show a little bit more of the arm as well. Hello Luna, welcome. Alright, let's wrap things up then. I must save, I need to save. Don't forget to save. So far, it looks so cool. So far the pose is nice, like an action motion emote. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Thank you very much. Also, using blurring and other kinds of effects is going to be really cool, really fun. I want to add more fluff to her skirt as well, but it might also want to lengthen the torso or something, or have it kind of indicate more that she's leaning forward. That's also one of the things. And I would do that by actually moving like the belts around her more like this, so that you can see more that it's coming from behind her. And thus I can also kind of add more flutter to the skirt as well, both sides. There are ways to add to this. So Justin posted, alright, thank you. I'll have a look at it, but for now, let's trigger the Hutsu reaction. Hutsu, everybody, Hutsu. I'm still down here. Let's see. Whoop, bam. So yeah, we say Hutsu on the channel. as our own version of Otsu, which is something VTubers generally say. Because in Japanese, Otsu is short for Otsukare-sama deshita, which means job well done, thank you for your hard work. It goes for me, it goes for you guys. Me for drawing and doing the stream and preparing the art challenge for you guys. And you guys for just being straight up lovely, making that look easy. I hope you had a really nice day at work, Laurie. Or rather, hope you can get some good rest after the day at work, in case it wasn't. I'm trying my best to not use the term I hope you ... I feel like it's gotten very common lately. Hope you're doing well is not a question, so the other person would not really know what to say. I find myself kind of like, you can hope all you want. You could ask me if I'm doing well. Yeah, go on, roost a bit. So yeah, the new challenge is OwlCrossover. The hashtag is #OwlCrossover. Simply put, draw 2 or more characters hanging out. The characters should be from different fandoms, at least 2 fandoms, you know. And yeah, that's basically it. The specific guidelines are though that your OC universes and everything are okay to use. Fan characters interacting with characters from the same fandom, as in like you have a character insert in a fandom, does not count as a crossover because they already exist in that world that you put them in, so to say. So I would rather you pick a Sona or something from another that you have, so they are a little bit mismatched, but they still hang out. Important though is only fictional people, so like no characters that represent real people, except for the exception of your own persona and me, if you want to include me as a friend. But you can include me in your drawing if you would like. Yeah, I give you specific permission. But yeah, no other characters that represent real people, even if you get permission. Those are the rules. And of course the other rules as well, they will be posted as a reminder as well about what the challenge rules are. So only submit your I've already talked about them in the beginning of the stream, so it's you can pause and read them if you want. And that is it for this stream. Thank you so much, thank you. Drawing Mami and Usagi from Sailor Moon, that's awesome. They're both magical girls after all, that's really good. Okay, well, we'll leave it there. I have some sugar plummies to thank. I want to thank you guys too. Super happy to see so many people interested in the art challenge. And you have until, I need to write that down too, but it is in the video description. You have until June 5th. June 5th ought to be a Friday. It is a Friday, so you have a month. And then the following weekend will be the feature weekend. If you've been hanging out, don't know me, you're kind of curious, I'm Vilhelm Vanderbos, the Noble Owl. I'm an artist, I'm an occasional cozy gamer, and I host art challenges like this one. Welcome to the new month. Yeah, me too, Momo. Hello, Momo, by the way. Yeah, with that said, thank you all so much for this. Spreading the word of the art challenge is a really good way to support the channel, bring people in. There is a link to the Discord in the Discord, and also on the video description and everything, and on my channel. If you would like to bring other friends in that like to draw, or just like to enjoy art or books, or generally crafting, fiber arts of all kinds. Discord's a nice cozy place to be for that, our fan Discord. And with that said, another way to support the channel is with memberships. The next stream is going to be for members only. We're going to be doing a nice little puzzle, like, no, this is Gartic one, this is the wrong one. It's the wrong one. Never mind. Now, but on Friday, it's a members only stream. We're going to be doing jigsaw puzzles. And I have a lot of nice new art pieces to use for the puzzles, especially from the cookbook that you all so nicely put together. We pick some pictures to do that. Next stream though, since I said I'm an occasional cozy gamer, it's an extended Tomodachi live stream. Tomodachi Live being the inspiration behind this art challenge, because it's a fun game where you just insert whatever characters you want and have them interact. So that one, we're gonna play a little bit longer on Saturday. I'm trying to keep the developments from happening in the island, so you guys look forward to it. Thank you all so much. Members only stream on Friday. You have to subscribe for that. And also we have these members, the Sugar Plumies. They pay a little more per stream, per membership, to sponsor every stream that I do. So I like to say that the art challenge is brought to you by the Sugar Plumies. You can go ahead and thank them if you would like, but all the income I get from commissions, from memberships, everything go to keeping the channel going. Now that I'm independent, I rely a lot on your goodwill and your donations, but you can also be I also very much appreciate you just being here and spreading the word and commenting and liking all this stuff. I noticed last time, or rather last time I forgot to do the tsundere thing for Ciel, so Ciel's gonna get an extra one. I was like worried that I would miss someone. I was always worried that I missed someone. So if I miss doing you as a Sugar Plumie, if I miss giving you a thank you, let me know and I'll make it up for in the next stream. So yeah, for now, I would say, let's see how we're gonna do this. Joyous, thank you so much for being a Sugar Plumie and allowing for this new art challenge to happen. Mary Mage, thank you so much for being a Sugar Plumie and allowing this new art challenge to happen. Natsu, thank you so much for being a Sugar Plumie and allowing this new art challenge to happen. CL Silverfang, thank you so much for being a Sugar Plumie and allowing this new art challenge to happen. Milova, thank you so much for being a Sugar Plumie and allowing this new art challenge to happen. Burp Kai, thank you so much for being a Sugar Plumie and allowing this new art challenge to happen. Micah, thank you so much for being a Sugar Plumie and allowing this new art challenge to happen. Neko, thank you so much for being a Sugar Plumie and allowing this new art challenge to happen. Estefi, thank you so much for being a Sugar Plumie and allowing this new art challenge to happen. Lapis, thank you so much for being a Sugar Plumie and allowing this new art challenge to happen. Nyajime, thank you so much for being a Sugar Plumie and allowing this new art challenge to happen. And for the extra, let's see, how does that work? What did I say last time? It's not like I appreciate you being a Sugar Plumie or anything. Let's go. Stiel, it's not like I appreciate you being a Sugar Plumie or anything. Dummy. There you go. Yeah, dummy has to be there. Baka! Okay. Let's wrap up. I have an episode of Atelier, Witch at Atelier to watch. Much a happy Plumie. I really feel bad for missing any of my Sugar Plumies, so let me know, I'll make it up for you. Okay, let's I got a place. I'm gonna send you over to Squeegee again. It's one of the fun streams where Squeegee, as a freelance artist, character designer and art critiquer, is drawing from memory. But the thing is, Squeegee has aphantasia. Squeegee can't really picture a character in their mind before they drop. So I'm sending over that way. And I'm sure I'm gonna get roasted by something like, you know, you can just imagine it and draw it because that's something you can do. So there you go. Let's go. Let's go. Ready? Hoot hoot. Give a nice little raid message. I'm tempted to be like, why don't you just imagine it? But you know what? I'm just gonna say, let's just go hoot hoot. Normal hoot hoot, let's go. Let's over to Squeegee. For now we say bye bye. Bye 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 bye. Bye 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 bye. Bye bye. Stay lovely everybody. See you again real soon. Friday for members, Saturday for everyone. Bye for now, doo doo. Dah.